This is video 3 of the NEISD New Teacher Training video series. I'm so glad you're back with me once again. Hopefully you've completed your exit ticket activity for video 2 and you're ready to wrap things up with this final video in our new teacher training. Here is an agenda of our time together in video 3. We'll talk about student goals, a class syllabus, lesson planning, things you must do with your students, the class as a community, and special events that occur throughout the year. It's always good to begin with goals. Page 48 of your Smart Book has the goal-setting template that is used for ESL students in basic classes and in ESL Levels 1 and 2. If you teach an ESL Level 3 class, you might want to start with this form and then use it to fill out the form on pages 46 through 47. The goal-setting form on these pages will be used for Levels 3 and 4. You'll notice that the HSE students will use the goal-setting form on pages 46 through 47 as well. If you get a new student during this semester and need to help him or her fill out his or her goal-setting worksheet, let that student watch the goal-setting video on this website, A Bite of the Apple. The goal-setting video can be found on the HSE page of this website. After watching the video on goal setting, your student will be prompted to ask you for a goal-setting worksheet. The goals worksheets can be found on the HSE and ESL pages of this website. Please look on page 43 for a link to an example of a syllabus. Now don't panic at the thought of a syllabus. It's simply a communication tool for you to convey information to your class. You should include what you expect from your students and what they can expect from you. If you have some unique rules for your class, put them in the syllabus. You could include an outline of topics that will be covered, contact information, and anything else you would like your students to know about you and your class. There's really not a right or wrong way to do this, so decide what information you want to share with your students and get your syllabus ready for your first day together. Now, I can't be sure, but I'm guessing that you just made a bad face or rolled your eyes at the title of this slide. Lesson plans are a part of every teacher's life. That can be good news and bad news. But if you plan ahead, your confidence level is definitely higher, and you will be ready to conquer the academic world. I love the quote here by Mary Kay Ash. She strongly believed in planning and said that you should plan your work and then work your plan. She proved her point as she took her cottage industry from her garage to an international business, Mary Kay Cosmetics. The point is this: you have to decide what you're going to do and then make it happen. Pages 44 through 45 have a template for lesson planning, but you should also eventually receive one template that was created by TWC that is very good. I'll share more about these templates when I see you face to face, but for now, see what you think about the template in your Smart Book. The curriculum guide that you received also has the TWC content standards as well as the NRS and/or ELL standards. All of this makes up the info you can draw from to create your plans. Here are just a few ideas of how to put those lesson plans into practice. First and foremost, keep it lively. Establish a routine so that your students know what to expect. Life shouldn't get boring, but it is comforting to know what's coming up next. You should write an agenda on the board every day. It's not a bad plan to write that homework assignment right beside the agenda, if homework is part of your plan. Start every day with some sort of warm-up activity. This should only take 5 to 20 minutes, and then you can jump into the meat of the lesson. Even though the order of your class is predictable, You could vary the activities to keep things fresh. I'm saying this in all caps. Don't teach from your desk or a chair, unless there's a very good reason for doing so. Use technology. That surely means document cameras and smartboards, but you could kick it up with Kahoot or some other interactive things where the students can use their smartphones. Maybe you could get together with another class for a warm-up activity, a lesson, or a special project. There are lots of ideas. You'll learn more about this from our transition specialist, Joy Felix. But for now, I will tell you that these classes are designed to take our students from adult ed to the world beyond, a career or college maybe. The students need to have 12 hours of transitions classes during the entire school year. Here is the address of Joy's Weebly website, www.neisdadultedtransition.weebly.com. Students can sign up for classes at this site. If you're teaching an ESL Basic class, Joy will send you some curriculum to teach in your class because the vocabulary seems to be a little too advanced for basic students. When you teach a transitions class in your lesson in your class, note how long you spend on that lesson at the top of your attendance sheet. Those hours are tracked differently in teams. So what happens if you have to be out and can't teach your class? We did address this in another training video, so this is just a refresher. First of all, let me, Karen Condit, know. Our first choice is simply to combine your class with another. See page 8 of your SmartBook. If you are at a location where there isn't another class or there are other circumstances that prevent the combining of a class, we'll find a sub for you. If you are the receiving teacher who gets the students from the absent teacher, you can put an additional 1.25 hours on your timesheet for your effort. I might say here that it's a good idea to combine classes now and then for other activities so that when you combine classes because of a teacher absence, your students don't get rattled. You could combine classes for a celebration maybe, warm-up activities, or a special lesson. You don't need to do this frequently, but you do need to do it often enough that the other teacher and students don't seem strange. There are several ways we keep up with our students. One of them is to have them sign in and out on the attendance sheet. See pages 50 through 52 of your SmartBook to see how to print these attendance sheets. You need to maintain your student folders by following the folder checklists. The ESL checklist is on pages 32 through 33 in your SmartBook. Get HSE checklists from the office. Always keep the student folders in your class and up to date. Communicate with your students through the Remind text system, by email or by phone. Get their contact information on the first day. Your class is a little community. The next few slides will show you how to get that community feeling started. Create a trifold board that you put up every day. Your classroom is very likely used by several teachers and classes. By setting up your board every day, you make it your very own room for 2.5 hours. Your students know where to find the sign-in sheet and where to get information. The trifold board is a great place to post celebrations and achievements. Check out the boards in the next slide. These are welcoming and colorful focal points. Another way to make your class feel like a community is to celebrate. You can create certificates to hand out for various things, have a class honor roll, give rewards for doing well on a project or a progress test. Maybe you could have a celebration that has some sort of academic theme. See pages 9 and 10 of your SmartBook for the party guidelines if you choose to celebrate. Here are some students showing off their certificates after a class awards day. In the spring of the year, we hold an International Day. This is a blend of food, celebration, and cultures. It's for HSE students as well as ESL students, and it is really fun. NEISD has an induction ceremony for the National Adult Education Honor Society. You will learn more about the selection process from the NAEHS committee at our staff meetings. A very special time is our graduation ceremony. We have some students who have gone through ESL and then HSE classes to proudly walk the stage. The students receive the Texas Certificate of High School Equivalency. Proud families, proud students, proud teachers. What a happy and touching event this is. We're almost finished. I have to ask you if you are confused or have questions about anything. Please ask questions. Go to Google, go to YouTube. Remember, help is just an email or phone call away. And who are you going to call? Get answers and ideas from me, the academic facilitator, Karen Condit. You might ask where to get information by contacting your cluster liaison. Ask fellow teachers and check your Smart Book. Help is all around you, and we all want to help you succeed. All right, time for the exit ticket activity. That means you're done, finished, and ready to go. Name one thing from this video you find confusing. List 2 things to remember about student folders. What 3 elements mentioned in this video will you incorporate in your class every day? Thanks for sticking it out with me. After completing your exit ticket activity, please take some time to watch the first 2 videos on the All Teachers page of this website. They're about teaching multi-level classes, and I think you will find them helpful and informative. Then, check out the 4th video on for new teachers only on that same page. It's pleasantly inspirational, I think. I hope you feel like you know more about our program and about your new job after watching these training videos. You need to know that we are really glad that you are here, and we want to help you in any way we can. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.